Alright, making a new video on the targeted individual program, United Kingdom. Very heavy targeting again. I guess because they know I'm going to do my TalkShoe call. Just turn that down a bit so I don't deafen myself. So, lately I've already done a recording on what they did, so I'm just going to show you what they did, what they have done. So to recordings. I think it's this one. Yeah, 29. Okay. So let me see. Now, these were recorded on the bus. They were constantly coughing, so I just want to give you, some are better than others, but that's the kind of stuff they were doing. That was me yawning because it's boring. You can hear how forced the coughing is. That was a fan starting up before the bus left. But, this was going on the whole journey back. This stuff. I mean the whole journey back. You can hear. I'm not sure if there's any more, because they kept stopping when I started recording. Let me just check this 1 minute. I don't know why it says 2. Alright. So, try this one. The engine's running. There, you can hear it now. There you go. Actually, I remember this. Right, this was me coughing gently, and then immediately the guy next to me was targeting me coughs. So listen. That's me coughing. And then that's the other guy coughing. This was going on the whole journey. Whole journey, this was going on. I don't know if it happens again, but yeah. They were doing it a lot more before I was recording. They stopped when they knew I was recording. They stopped. But you can hear how forced it is. Try this one. Good microphone on this MP3 player. So, you know, yeah. There we go. The fake phone call stuff begins. Listen. And there goes the coughing again. You might not hear the phone call. That's just me going like, yeah.
Constant coughing.
Yeah, it's so fake sound. Listen. It's just retarded. It's just so funny, man. It's like, it's so fake, man. These people are so stupid. And this is how he's describing, you know, this is how they track you, and they make it sound like it's an innocent conversation, but he's saying, yes, I've just come from, you know, he's describing where I am. There you go. Did you watch the Formula One? You know, because now listen, I'm gonna turn this right up. I'm gonna have my headphones off my head because I don't want to deafen myself, but I want you to listen. Now the reason he's talking about that is because I was at my grandma's earlier, and that's what was on the TV. So they're letting me know that they know what I've seen, because this is the remote neural monitoring. So there they go with the coughing again. Now you notice how, listen, I'm going to play this again. This is how they speak in code, right? Listen how he repeats what he says. maybe a bit indecipherable, but it sounds like he's repeating some kind of message, you know what I'm saying, to me. That's what it sounds like. Now, Target Aberdeen will know why they're talking about the train, because I've been texting him about seeing him soon. So they know that I'm going to be getting the train, you know. So then he starts talking about the train times. Listen. You hear that? If he goes on 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? There goes the coughing. Listen, it's so forced. Just listen. Listen, it's like. Let me tell you, someone who coughs naturally, they don't sound like that. You know what I mean? Can't really tell what he's saying here. Now this is a fake conversation, but I also think this is how they talk with each other sometimes as well. When they don't want to be overheard, they will talk in a conversation, but they'll do it in a way where they can relay certain messages. A lot of it was indecipherable. I think he knew I was recording, so he lowered his volume of his voice. I mean, they're targeting me, but they're also, I think, communicating with each other that way. At least that's what I believe anyway. Dumb shit, man. It's fine. That's what they do. So the next recording is basically me coming home and the last of the bus journey. I mean, immediately this shit again. It's just so fake. It just sounds so forced and fake. That bullshit, you know what I'm saying? It's the noise campaign, direct to conversation. explain that in a bit. This is what they do every single time I travel to my family's. They'll be doing this kind of stuff, you know, to harass me, like that, precisely like that. You know what I'm saying? So these fools don't quit, you know what I mean? But neither do I. So it's like that's a fair thing. You know, it's like this is what we go through on a daily basis. Like your biggest coercive persuasion program. Like, well, no, I would say that, but when you're in a persuasion program like this, like today, I've been seeing, I've lost count of the amount of like yeah, that's what I've been doing today. And I forgot the SD card from my camera, but I've seen at least 20 plus one. Sorry, not one. Like they've been doing that as well, but I've seen about 20 plus black BMWs. That seems to be the new tactic. You know, it's like that's the kind of shit that they do. So, you know, there's usually a theme. So today is like the colour they use is black. And it's BMW for some reason. That is. But, you know, early on they had this kid on the bus doing the bullshit with the noise and shit, making like this eat noise, you know, the whole journey. That's the kind of shit these motherfuckers do, man. Like, they use kids in this program, and they use motherfucking anyone that they can use. So it's like it's crazy, man. It's the shit one, really. You know, it's like this is the shit these motherfuckers do. So I just thought I'd put that out there. You know, I'll be describing I was coughing again. When I get off the bus. And I keep making the phone make that beep as well. That's something I get a lot as well. I'm telling you, it's just ridiculous. And he's still on his phone, that dude. I mean, listen to the emotion he's putting into that cough. It's like, he's like really putting his emotions into it. Listen, putting his heart and soul into that cough. His pathetic heart and soul. I'm so indignified. Yeah, it was like that. It's like these people crazy. Yeah. I mean, that shit's so forced. You can hear it clearly. Clearly hear it. How fake it is. And this went on the whole journey, man. The whole journey. This is what they do. I'll record it like this every time from now on so you can hear it. It's really stupid. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Sorry, that was just me. I wasn't doing that to target anyone, but I just went like that. It's something I do sometimes to target them back. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it really is. It really is ridiculous. Again, that's me targeting them, like showing how much it bothers me about yawning. think this is me getting off the bus. Yeah, I just said cheers to the bus driver.
Yeah, man, it's like these fools, they'll do certain things, like they were doing the directed conversation. Man, they had a kid on that bus, right, and the whole time he was just making this noise like that. It's like, these motherfuckers are crazy, man. It's like, but that's the shit they do. That's the shit they do every day, this kind of shit. I don't have my, I don't have my, well, I have my camera, but I don't have the card in it, so I'm having to record through this. You know, this motherfucker was as well on the bus, just making like these fake snoring noises, and he's just got off at the nice stop, looked at his phone, you know. That's the shit that we go through. That kind of shit. They'll get off when you get off. Very aggressive targeting the other day from the police. Driving in front of my bus. Driving over a bridge when my bus was coming down. Then when I got into Chesterfield, all the blackmail to
You know, and that's the shit with the noise campaign. As soon as I get there, there's a motorbike.
Chesterfield, there was a football match on, so I guess they saw their opportunity to target with the police. So there was police everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Like on all the streets.
Yeah, it was like you
in all the car parks.
think a terrorist attack were going on.
In the town centre. And I've seen football matches in Chesterfield. Well, I haven't seen any like been to the game, but I've gone past on the bus, and I've never seen so many police as that. You know, you'd think there was a terrorist attack about to go on there with the amount of police that was there. There was just tons. So you know, that's the shit. When they see an opportunity to target you and it blends in, but you know it's targeting you, you know, they'll do that. You know, they'll do that kind of stuff to target you. So that's precisely what they'll do. But yeah, I was on the bus, and there's this guy, and I went to my grandma's today, and on the TV, you know, they had the
Now that's another thing I've been noticing recently as well, is they've been using the train horns timed to certain things. I've noticed that a lot, you know. But yeah, basically I was at my grandma's. You know, that's what that guy was talking about, the Formula One, because I saw it on the TV.
So I guess this is them letting me know they know what I watched through the remote monitoring and what have you. So this motherfucker's like, oh, did you see the Formula One? And all this shit. So yeah, it's like, and they're doing all sorts of shit. Like,
Had a very heavy bag. I
Yeah.
had a load of water and like coconut water in the bag that I bought, so it was quite heavy from my mum's area. So
She was doing fake sneezing and fake.
I didn't record the last, but
sniffing and shit like that.
it was basically to impersonate it. It was like this. Two, like that. It was just so fake.
Doing that recording, if you got it.
Sorry, that's genuine.
I coughed, because I wanted to test it out. Because believe me, before I was recording, they were going crazy with the talk.
I just burnt some sage and it's in the air, so it's making me cough a little bit.
Yawning, making fake snorting noises, coughing, banging things. as soon as I got my MP3 player out to record, it stopped, you know. Like literally, the moment I did it, and they've done that before. When I've tried to record sound, they stop. So it's like, you know, and this is how they tell the handlers that you're getting off. So there's this guy, and he says, you know, oh, I'm just coming into Sheffield. Yeah, I'd hope it doesn't rain. Yeah, we'll be getting off soon. You know, that's like the code word for saying, yeah, he's getting off soon. You know what I mean? So that's how they, I guess, you know, let the handlers know that you're getting off the bus. Pretty much.
You know, then they tell the perps in your area
So,
to target you.
like I said, targeting with the police and the ambulance to some extent. So I've got a very heavy bag with food and shit in it and struggling to carry it. You know, targeting with the police like that, and they, you know, basically targeting me today.
Black BMWs all day.
I got asked for drugs from some people.
And they were in a black BMW convertible.
They asked me if I wanted to buy some drugs. Didn't ask me if I could sell them.
So that's the theme, you know.
Weed, and that was in a black BMW.
And there's this black BMW in my local area that I keep seeing a lot as well. So, you know, I guess that's the theme that they're using now.
They tried to traumatise me through that. Because they were very intimidating how they did it. I had a feeling like they were going to try something, so they tried to plant that fear in you.
It's dark
Then,
NLP.
because it's NLP, you know, it's dark NLP, so then they'll use certain, you know, certain
They're targeting me like ridiculously
things to
heavy on the
remind
way
you of an
back.
incident that's happened. In this case, the black BMW.
Yeah. From that, when they tried to sell me drugs and that.
It's all fear-based conditioning.
Sorry about that.
So, you know, it's all fear-based conditioning that they do to try to make you feel afraid. Sorry, that was genuine. Feel afraid,
And that's probably the mind control, because at the very moment I said afraid, I got an urge to cough that I couldn't stop, so.
it was making me cough.
It might not be,
So,
though. It's strange that the minute I
that's
said
basically
that,
what
I got
it
that urge.
They use fear as a weapon. They try to plant fear in you, but once you know what they're trying to do, you see through it. You can see what it is that they're trying to do. In this case, I just let the car pull in one brake light. You know,
Yeah, that's what
When
they're
they pull
starting
in,
off. Drove past, yeah.
you know, you can see what they're trying to do. Now, I believe that there's a code name for this group, because I keep seeing cars that say MI9.
Yeah.
You know, from the UK, you've probably heard of MI5.
Seen them about 3 or 4 times
Now,
recently.
these were secretive for a while, so it makes you wonder how many other MIs there is. Now, I'm not saying these people are intelligence agency people, but MI9 could be maybe the code word for this group under what they operate.
The perps and the handlers, what I'm talking about.
Because I keep seeing plates that say MI9.
Got the 666 plate as well today again. Before I mention that.
I keep seeing them. So it's like the psychopathic nature is secret, but they're letting you know what their name is. You know what I'm saying? So it could be
Yeah,
disinfo.
letting me
it could
know.
be fictional.
Obviously this program is top secret, so they're not going to want it exposed. So that's why, but obviously no one's going to believe me easily. So that's their way of like letting me know, I guess, because psychopaths, they like to let you know who they are. So,
I've seen MI7 a lot as well.
Yeah, that's another one I've seen.
So maybe
And MI8,
these
actually.
groups have certain, maybe in different parts of the UK, they have different code names. But you have to remember, this is not a military intelligence, because that's what MI stands for. It's not a military intelligence group. I mean, that's contradictory in itself, because MI5 operates in the UK. MI5 operates in the UK on the land. Military intelligence should be, but that shows how they've kind of converted these military agencies to target civilians. You know what I mean? They've turned it on the civilians, like the CIA, for example. That was originally a military espionage group, for overseas deployment. The FBI is on land, but the CIA are involved with the FBI in this kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if these groups are called MI something.
In the UK, that is. Other countries probably have their own names.
MI9, or whatever it is.
It's like thinking maybe in each country there's like a code word for these groups, and maybe in different regions of the UK they have different code names. So maybe in the south of the UK there's MI7, maybe in the Midlands there's MI8, maybe in the north it's MI9, maybe in Scotland it's MI10. You know what I mean? That's the kind of logic I'm going with here.
I've seen it a few times. I thought that looks like, they're trying to say what the name of the group is.
Compartmentalization, remember, so it makes sense because it's like if you have one huge group that is in contact with everyone, the secret's more likely to get out. If you have lots of smaller groups that don't talk to the other groups, but the handlers control them in almost like a honeycomb structure group, like they're together but they're separated. You know what I mean? That's a good way of looking at it. That's where I think I'm getting at. So that way, if the groups don't know of each other's existence, but the handlers do, which probably have the higher clearance for the microwave weapons and etc., then that's a good way of them keeping it under wraps. Because if the perps don't know it's the government doing it, then how are they gonna say that it's the government if they don't know it is you know what I mean? I mean, these perps may think it's like some kind of vigilante group that's just them, in like the group that's operating in South Yorkshire or wherever. They may think that it's just them and that's it, and it's not part of the government. But that's how it is probably being run. They're probably keeping these groups apart so that they don't spread information, so that they don't really realise what it is that they are. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Could be wrong. I've got nothing to prove it. But, keep seeing those plays. So, kind of stuff. It's this. That's happening.
Yeah, it just keeps happening. Yeah. That's my coat making that noise. Yeah, another bike.
only one. Since I've done the talk shoot balls, I don't like.
So it's stepped up.
Really,
What I was trying to say as well is that a lot of people around the world are saying their targeting seems to be getting much more concentrated.
like these people, I guess, to put more light on them. These people hide in the dark. So remember, it's just they try to make you think that you're the bad guy, think they're the good guys.
Yeah, that's a little trick they do. They'll try to make you feel bad. One way they'll do that is by constantly criticizing what you say or do, you know, and or saying, you know, maybe it was your reason for this, and you know, stuff like that. But that's something they do, like send a subliminal message like they're the good guys, but they're not the good guys.
So everything like
We as TIs, we're the good guys. We're the truth, and we, you know, we're the people that really stand for freedom and democracy here. Because these people are a bunch of terrorists. You know, they're terrorists. That's what they are. Psychological terrorists. They're not. You know, they're not intelligence agency people anymore, because their job is to collect intelligence. Their job is not to terrorize people. When you're terrorizing people, whether it's with bombs, guns, or psychological methods, which is what is being used here, you're terrorist. You're the same as Al Qaeda and the Taliban. You know, you're doing the same thing, which is terrorizing people, brutalizing, even killing people, because people have died because of this. You're brutalizing people with these energy weapons and emotionally brutalizing them. So you perps, you think that you're not doing any harm, you know, when in reality you are doing harm. You're terrorist. Just like Napi Adrous says, you're a terrorist. You are a terrorist. You know what I mean? You people are terrorists, criminals and terrorists. You're exactly what you're trying to say we are. I mean that. If anyone that watches my videos who's not a target of this, I mean that. It happens every single day, every day. This kind of stuff. Every day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Recently, doing the one headlight bandit coming up.
Yeah, right now at this point, a guy in a one headlight car pulls in, gets out and starts knocking on a door, which you'll probably hear in the background.
No, I don't have a camera.
So that they know I can't film.
Dad has been doing the
Yeah, I think this is the microwave mind control. My dad has been doing that thing, you know, where they walk in behind. Actually, I forgot to mention as well, I had a guy do that. As soon as he sees me, the bus was stopped, turns around, puts his hand behind his back, and then stays like that. You know, so I guess they're letting me know that they've brainwashed my dad to do the same thing, because he was doing the same thing. But yeah, that's, you know, subliminal message. Threatening to lock me up for talking about what they're doing, basically. Which is a constant theme they use. They constantly use this theme. Constantly. And it's not just me. Don't just take my word for it. If you look at Napi Adrous, Nigel Nicholson's videos, you'll see the same thing. They do the same thing to him. You know, they constantly send the subliminal message that they're going to arrest him for what he's talking about, or even kill him. They've even sent death threats psychologically. You know, that's the stuff that they do.
They're gonna keep doing what they're doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Just talking about what I go to.
Now that knocking, not that clicking noise, that's something in my pocket, but that banging. just turn this down a minute. You're probably not going to hear it, so. I won't hold it in my I won't have it in my pocket and talk again, because yeah. Apologise about the noise. And at this exact point, some weird geeky looking kid comes out with a dog, and the dog starts barking. I was saying it's a war between the authoritarians and the people like me that want freedom. That's what it is. In simpler terms, it's a battle between good and evil.
Sirens.
Yeah, literally the moment I was heading back, the sirens begin. Coward's anthem. Again. Ambulance sirens.
Especially tonight, because it's the night that I do my call. So, you know. So, I have no place in my society.
It's not a civilized society no more.
Helps. It tends to be civilized. Weird enough. Believe me. You know, this is precisely the stuff we deal with on a daily basis. You know, the harassment, the noise campaign, yeah, all that stuff, what we go through. So, you know, like, that's what they do. Every day. Same old thing. Every single day. Every single day.
Now, I was coming to where I live just now, and up the driveway, this car comes out as soon as I get there. You know, and I guess that's them listening in on the phone, because I had an argument with my mum saying how stupid cars are with the muffler exhaust, and you can clearly hear that is a car with one. Motherfucker just looks at me like, alright. You know, then slams the door. Then he gets out and does a hand signal. And he was wearing blue and he was in a red car. So, yeah, you know, colour coding.
Yeah.
Intimidation attempt.
This is wearing blue in a red car. As soon as I get I'm not even
Yeah, he like stalled the car in front of me and then gets out and then points, or like he pointed away from me, like in a direction. So I think he was giving a hand signal to the perps, letting them know that I'd got home or something like that. It's fucking idiots.
that's the and he just points as well. It's like he looks over and points to someone. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Smell again.
Yeah, basically when I got back, there was a strong smell of cannabis in the hallway, and there's no one who smokes, you know, in any of the flats that I believe. So I believe it smelled artificial. So I reckon they just sprayed that in. Again, this is something they did a few years ago. They had a fake cannabis grow going on as a way to harass me. They constantly be coming in and out, making shitloads of noise. Like at 11, they come in like 10:30 or 11 at night. No, they weren't living there. They just came in and left. So they come in at like 10, 11:30 at night, be in there for about an hour, and then they'd be gone. You know what I mean? So basically, they use this flat that, and they still are using that flat as a way to harass me in a different way. The current person in there is targeting me. You know, he turns the taps on when I go in the bathroom and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, that's the tactics they like to use. Yeah, man, the ice stunk. Smell that.
Yeah, I mean, come back into the hallway. Hallway smells of weed, you know. And there is no one that smokes weed here. You know what I mean? I mean, I occasionally do, but I haven't had any for months. And now all of a sudden the hallway smells of weed. So probably they've sprayed something in here to, you know, basically, I guess, so they can make go to my neighbours and say, oh, you should be smoking weed and shit. Yeah, it stinks. But yeah, it's like these people, they do that kind of stuff. As soon as I, and you would have heard it on this, that was when I was approaching the flat. As soon as I approach the flat, this motherfucker, I think I've seen him before once or twice. This motherfucker comes up. He does a hand signal, like pointing in the opposite direction to me. You know, so this is the shit they do. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep exposing them, no matter what. And yeah, that's how it's going down. But yeah, that's the same Timex entry shit that they're doing to try to I guess, intimidate me. Yeah, I'll finish this recording and I'll also upload the coughing recordings as well.
Alright, so that's that. So I hope that gives you an idea of some of the shit that's happened today. Yeah. Sorry, wrong.